The reason why I was seeking God for the past year and a half so much and so deeply is because I used to be one of those people who were trying to find peace in perfect life. I thought that when you have beautiful body, perfect skin, perfect relationship with a successful man, great conditions to live in, your work is thriving, you're making thousands and thousands of dollars, I thought that's when I will be happy. So I got it. I was the most miserable I've ever been in my life when I had all of that. How pathetic. Girls would look at me and be so jealous of my life. And I would wake up with the first thought about hating my life, hating my existence. This whole productivity obsession made me so empty that when I turned to faith, that was the first time in years when I could feel at peace with myself and my thoughts. Today, I want to talk about how I stay close to God in this crazy, crazy world. Tell me this is not just me who's seeing this, that 2024, 2025 truly made so many people open the Bible, go to church, start believing in God so much more. I see it so much around me, around my friends, on social media, that people are just getting closer to God. And I'm sure it is happening because people are simply waking up and they understand that the world that is built on pride, lust, that is so unfaithful, that is so rough and just disrespectful, people need something to hold on to, including me. You have no idea how faith and belief in God has changed my life in the past year. When everything is unstable, when there's no one to rely on, even your friends, there's something absolutely stable, unshakable, and unconditional that is called God, and every single person is open to build his own relationship with him. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. I would never judge anyone like people do with me. They constantly reach out to me and they're like, you're not doing this right. You're not quoting this right. You're not studying the Bible right. Like, I would just never do that to people. And I want to start this video by saying that there's a huge difference for me between religion and faith. And I will never, ever, ever judge anyone based on their religion. I will never, ever, ever tell them how to do things right in their religion. And the thing is that religious people, they often think that God is this strict ruler who sits, I don't know, above us. And if you don't go to church, if you don't follow the rules by the book, if you don't follow that holiday or fast at that time, at this day, then he will punish you. They obey everything that the scriptures say, but they never ever open their heart to God. They never talk to him. They're so scared of him that they would rather do everything right, but never talk to him, because that's where your heart becomes vulnerable. That's when you open up. And that's what is the most beautiful thing that can happen to a human. But people who truly believe and obey God, for them, he is the first, number one place that they go to for safety, for acceptance, and for love. No matter what you've done, they not only know, they feel it in their heart that no matter how much they sinned, no matter what they've done, if they repent to him sincerely in private, he will always accept. He will always love them. And when I felt that, and most importantly, started believing that no matter what, I have God, that he is my source of light and love and not punishment, my relationship with him transformed and started becoming stronger and stronger. Guys, and it's important for me to say that not a long time ago, about 3 months ago, I was walking around and I did not feel his presence. I was still praying. I was still the same person. I just felt like he's not there. Like, I just don't feel him. And at some point, I even felt angry. I was like, God, where are you? Like, what's going on? I felt so alone. And it passed. And here are the things that I did to go through that period of time and find him again. And right now, we're literally one. And I feel him every day. And no matter how people talk to me, react to me, what they do to me, I just want to spread love and light to the world because I have God. Like, what else do you need? Thing number one, I just kept praying, and not by the book, from the heart. Sometimes when you feel like you're disconnected and you don't feel his presence, put the book away. Stop generating prayers on the internet or ChatGPT. Pray from your heart. It's the hardest thing when you start doing that. But when you close your eyes, just in your own words, tell him how you feel. Sometimes you don't even need to ask for anything. Just talk to him and explain how you feel and ask for his presence, ask to be there, ask to guide you. I would always say, please guide me. Please bring people that are from you into my life, and those that are not from you, just remove them from my life. Thing number 2 that I did is I had to let go of my own plans, my own perfect scenarios in my head of what is good for me, what's gonna happen for me, what has to happen for me, because I was getting mad that my prayers are not being answered. But how could I hear God and his voice if I already decided what I want him to tell? We simply get so attached to our own ideas of our own thoughts and dreams. But what if you were meant to do something different at that period of time? And it's so important to stay quiet and hear from your heart, what is it exactly that you want to do? If you're asking for a relationship, what if you don't really want the relationship? You want to feel loved and seen and heard, but having a man by your side is not the only way to receive love and feel love. Thing number 3 that I did, I stopped asking God, why are you doing this to me? Why is this happening to me? How did I deserve this? Why are you not hearing me? But instead, I started saying, God, what are you trying to place within me while I wait? And then my whole perspective changed. If you're not being heard, if you're not receiving what you're dreaming about, it's not because you're not going to have it in the future. It's because right now you have time and space for something that even you don't understand. And it's on you to figure out why are you not receiving what you really want. Because I truly believe dreams that we have inside our hearts, we don't receive them randomly. It's your will together with God's will, and together you receive your purpose. Another thing that made me so much closer to God is my morning time with him. That is absolutely non-negotiable. Before, I used to put my phone on don't disturb and I would go to sleep, but now I actually turn off my phone completely. So that way in the morning, I don't even touch it. It's off. And I made a rule with myself. I wake up, I wash my face, I put on a mask, I drink water, I sit down, I pray. And once I've finished praying, only then I can touch my phone and get distracted by this world. And it completely changed my mornings, because when you wake up, this is such a sacred time with you and your creator. If you right away start looking at the messages, emails, news, and there's so much noise that is distracting you, it right away sets the most anxious state of mind that you will have throughout the whole day. And you know what? I'm not perfect. There's days when I wake up and I'm so agitated, so tired, I don't want to pray, but I still sit down and I pray at least 5 minutes. 3 minutes. I just close my eyes and I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say, but please don't leave me. I love you. Just please be with me. That is also prayer. But most importantly, every morning, I just ask for kind heart and to help me to go through this day with the kindness in my heart, with the grace, with helping other people who need it. I ask to be the light for the people through me. And I ask to be the source of light in the people's life who need it. I always start with gratitude and I list the things that I'm grateful for. Because sometimes we're so focused on the lack of things in our life and we feel miserable because we don't have this, we don't have enough, opportunities, but you have so much already. Even the fact that you're breathing, that you're walking, that you can hold things. This is such a privilege. Also, not a long time ago, I had one of the most insane insights in my life that also helped me release so much pain and trauma. I realized that I literally have the best parents that I could possibly have. We think that we don't choose our parents, but everything has been chosen for us in such a perfect way. Things that you're going through, situations, problems, difficulties, those are all the things that you had to go through in order including your parents, including where you're born and where you live. Those are all the things that your soul chose to go through in order to elevate your whole existence. And the way you go through them and the way you're going to treat yourself and people in this journey will literally define where you're going to go after this life. I don't know, the more I study the Bible, it just all starts making sense. Even a year ago, I never opened my Bible before. Never. A year ago, I was a person who never read Bible. I didn't grow up religious, guys. But now the more I study it and listen to it on a daily basis, the whole world just makes sense. The way it was created, the way we're meant to treat others and ourselves and our bodies, and the fact that people wrote it thousands and thousands years ago, and they already knew this wisdom, it is absolutely mind-blowing. And I know so many of you will say right now, I don't have time to study Bible. Like, I have work, I have kids, I don't have time to open and actually study it. You know what I do? I also don't have time to actually sit down and read it. When I'm in an Uber, I listen to an audio Bible and the books from the Bible. When I'm in a gym, I know this sounds crazy, but I used to listen to music. Now I listen to gospel when I work out. I'm literally on my treadmill walking, like listening to Matthew or like Luke. So I integrate Bible studies into my routine, which is absolutely possible to do. Instead of listening to music, listen to podcasts or people who talk about the Bible studies. Why I'm doing that? Well, simply because whenever I feel sad or lonely or upset, it gives you so much hope. Like, after you just feel like you were drinking a hot milk with butter and honey. Like, that's how it feels. Next thing that helped me to get close to God is realizing that if you cannot fast from it, you are a slave to it. I learned the importance of fasting, not just from food, from the noise, from people, the sources of information, social media, toxic influencers, toxic cultures and influencers. Any distraction that would make me feel like I'm losing my energy, that I'm starting to feel jealousy rising, or I don't know, just not good. I simply fast from it and cut it off. Because protecting your peace is a form of worship. Being so nice and kind is not godly. Like, do you understand that if you're just nice to everyone, and pleasing and helping everyone, people are just going to use you and abuse you left and right. You have to choose yourself and help yourself first, so then you can help others. And you need to rest. It's important. God was creating this world for 6 days, and then on the 7th, he was resting. Next thing that made me get closer to God is guarding my heart. The Bible says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. I used to think that meant avoiding heartbreak, but what it actually means is protecting your heart from everything you watch, you hear, you listen to, you speak, and you feel. Lust, anxiety, comparison, all of that starts with what you feed your mind with. Also, protecting your heart doesn't mean closing it. Becoming cold, becoming heartless, and choosing to turn off your emotions and your feelings will not make you happy. It's going to make you so miserable. You can be this cool player girl, untouchable, but you will come back home, you will go to sleep, and you will cry yourself to sleep. Don't turn off your heart and your emotions. Instead, just protect it. Only let the closest people in your life know the real you and your real heart. Choose those people very selectively. Be very, very careful who is your closest circle in your life. It's so much better to have 1, 2 good girlfriends rather than having so many friends and so many parties to go to. Let those people to know the real you. All other people, just learn them, observe them, talk to them, but always listen more than you speak. Let them speak instead. You ask me so much about femininity and how do I stay feminine and soft, but actually one of the strongest, most powerful ways to practice your feminine energy is through faith. Feminine energy is not about having control. It's the opposite. It's about absolutely letting it go. Truly being feminine means to trust, to receive, and to let someone you love and trust lead. So how do you expect to trust your future husband if you simply cannot trust your life to God? Worrying is simply thinking that God will mess up. Why are you worrying? Do what you gotta do. Do what you're supposed to do and see what happens. Things that are simply not in your control. Why are you worried about them? How can you know what's going to happen if nobody does except God? girl, we're all in the same boat. All you can do is pray and trust. But I used to be a crazy control freak. When I was younger, I tried to control everything. And from that control, I literally sometimes felt like I will explode because it was so much bigger than me and I felt so small. I just felt like I can't do this anymore. It's so much bigger than me. All these dreams that I have, all the ideas, all the things that I want to happen, they're so much bigger and I just simply cannot control it. All I can do is just move that direction, do the things that I have to do in order to get there and see what happens. And when you fall off your spiritual journey, because everyone does, there's days when I'm so angry. I'm like, why? Why am I not receiving the answer? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's a healthy relationship where you show your emotions, you show your heart, and you feel, but you keep showing up every day. And this relationship just grows and gets stronger and stronger. And that's how you become the most beautiful woman in the room. The woman that prays, forgives, protects her peace. This is the strongest woman that you will ever meet. So if you're watching this and you've been feeling lost, maybe that is your sign to finally find something that is so much stronger and bigger than all of us. And that is on you to figure out what you believe in, where you belong, and how you want to serve your purpose here. Well, thank you so much, guys, for staying till the rest of this video with me. That was not an easy topic to discuss. I'm sure I will have so many people who will disagree, who will have their own opinions, which is absolutely normal. And I'm open to all of them. But please never tell anyone what is the right way to find God and to serve God. I will see you guys very, very soon in my next video. But before I say goodbye, remember that today is your day.